Hi, welcome to Horticulture and Homes. This is an early shot of the garden back in May. It's just a wide angle shot. There's a few tomatoes planted, some asparagus, and under the row cover is cabbage. Here's what it looked like the beginning of July. Off to the very left there's asparagus, then there's some tomatoes, peppers, cabbage. Here's a close-up of the tomatoes and the peppers, and off to the right you can see the cabbage. My daughter's there off to the right. She's weeding. And beside the cabbage is okra, and that's what she's weeding right there. It's a little tough to see. And I keep my cabbage under row cover as long as I can to keep the cabbage loopers off of it, and then I have to remove the row cover. Now the okra, you saw a video earlier about that. And then there's sweet potatoes here on the very left, and then there's some turnips and beans. Here's a look at the tomatoes, and they're beginning to bear fruit. There's several varieties planted out there. And then the jalapeno peppers are beginning to bear fruit. You can see that there. And here's a close-up of the bell peppers, and they're having some disease problems. And the noise in the background you can hear is my husband putting up some stakes for the cucumbers. And here's a close-up of that leaf spot. This is probably a bacterial issue. You can see the dead area, and then the edge of that you can see is purple or black. And this is just a close-up view of the cabbage. It's starting to look good. I am starting to have to dust that with VT now that the row cover has been taken off of it, but it's looking pretty good. Behind the cabbage in the same row is planted some broccoli, and then these two squash plants are at the very end of the row. And I also like to have the row cover on the squash as long as I can to keep the squash bugs and squash vine borers off of them. And here you can see the very first blossoms that are beginning to set on those squash plants. And this is a zucchini called 8-ball, I believe. Now we're looking at my daughter. She's working on weeding the sweet potatoes. And she's standing right beside of, I believe those are turnips that are right by her foot. This is a favorite tool, and I'm going to do a video about this later.